Hi everyone, my name is Mary and we are joined here today with Adam from our wood shop here at the Innovation Hub, and he is going to show you something super cool using the what?
This is called a lathe, and the way that a lathe works is there's a little motor in here that spins this really fast, and you can put a piece of wood on there and you can make things like a bowl or an ink pen, or in our case today we're going to make a honey dipper, but we're actually not going to use wood. Today we're going to use a potato to make a honey dipper out of it.
So what kind of things do we need to make sure we have in order to do this properly?
So to do it properly and safely, you need to have your tools here. You need to have a tool rest that your tools will go onto whenever it's spinning. And you also need to have our personal protective equipment, which is, in this case, a little visor. So we put these on,
Okay.
and they adjust in the back.
I have to tighten
So
mine.
nice and tight.
Yep.
And you can pull this down, and you can still see through it, but it doesn't allow anything else to hit you. So sometimes when you're turning on here, it can blow off pieces of sawdust, pieces of wood, or sometimes the whole piece will break and go flying. So that's why you wear something like this instead of just safety goggles. So it'll hit that and stop. So to start with this, we're gonna go ahead and take these, and we have to have a flat edge to hook onto these two pieces. So we're just gonna take a little knife and cut these just a little bit off each side, and we put them on here. So we stick it right here, push in, bring this in closer, push in, lock that down, and tighten it right up.
I'm getting nervous.
Now, something that's very important is you always, before you turn it, when you turn it on, you always want to make sure that you're not going to hit your tool rest, but also that you're not standing right in front of it the first time you turn it on. Because that's whenever, if it's going to fail, that's most likely when it will.
Okay.
So, let's take a step back,
Back up.
put our mask down, we're going to turn it on. All right, so we're good. So now what we're going to do, how we're going to make this, is I'm going to take this tool, and I'm going to cut our potato just a little bit, and it's going to become a perfect cylinder, and then I'm just going to shape it into the right shape we want.
Okay, I'm putting my
Pretty
mask
easy.
down. Ready when you are.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right, so now we have a tube. So it's a perfectly cylinder. And so now all we have to do to make a honey dipper is we're going to take and make one part of it skinny for a handle, and the other part's going to be wide little grooves in it that you could dip it into a honey bowl and take it out and make your cereal sweeter.
I'm ready. Let's see it. We're going into detail.
So this is going to be our wide end. We'll go in a little bit there. And we're just going to bring this down to a handle.
Pieces are flying.
Pieces are going. Let's use a little bit different tool, a little bit smaller tool to get in these details.
Is this the fastest honey dipper you've ever made?
Yes, it is. These go pretty quick with potatoes.
Have you ever tried it with a sweet potato, Adam?
Yeah, sweet potatoes are a little bit heavier in different areas, so they fall apart a little bit easier.
Noted.
You can do cauliflower, you can do all sorts of different things.
Oh, wow.
I think we got our handle about as thin as we want to try and get it before it's starting to wobble a little bit. So now, we're going to use this tool right here to make some little grooves for our honey to fit inside of.
So Adam, can you tell us why you started with the handle and not the grooves at the bottom?
Preference.
Okay.
It's just the way that I usually make them whenever I'm doing it. It's a good, those are usually the easy things to finish. So we're gonna do these now, these little grooves. Cut in here, make a couple of little grooves. Now,
Looking good.
if you really want to, you can also measure out your grooves. I don't normally do that, I just make them look right.
It's looking like a honey dipper. How many of these have you made?
Oh, out of potatoes or out of wood? I've made a whole lot of them out of wood, and I've made a handful out of potatoes.
Gotcha.
So now,
Okay.
we take it off of here. We're gonna do a little bit of cleanup, just like you would with a wooden one. You're gonna do a little bit of final sanding and stuff like that. So now we take this and we cut off there, and we cut off there. Do a little bit of cleaning around the edges to make it look pretty.
Love it.
And now, we just need a bowl of honey. We can stick this in there, and then take a big old bite if we want.
Love it.
You want a bite?
That's not honey.
Thank you.
Thank you.